Ever thought about being a dental hygienist in a country with some of the highest healthcare standards in the world? Well, today we're breaking down the exact steps you need to take to make that happen in Switzerland. Look, I get it. It's a massive decision. And honestly, the path isn't always super clear. So that's what we're here for. We're going to map out the entire journey for you, whether you're starting from scratch or you're already a qualified professional. So, what is it about Switzerland that pulls in so many people for this profession? Well, it really comes down to a few key things. First, there's a huge amount of professional respect. Second, the roles are really structured around preventative care, which is fantastic. And let's be honest, the quality of life there is pretty incredible. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we'll get a feel for the professional landscape over there. Then, we're going to dive deep into the two main ways to get started: the local route if you're training there, and the foreign route if you're already qualified. After that, we'll talk about what it's actually like to work there day to day. And finally, we'll wrap up by helping you figure out if this whole journey is really the one for you. Okay, first things first, let's talk about that professional landscape. You see, in Switzerland, being a dental hygienist isn't just about being an assistant. No way. You're seen as a crucial, respected partner in the whole dental care team. The entire system is pretty much built around prevention, and guess who's at the very heart of that mission? Yep, the hygienist. Now, this next part is maybe the most important thing to get. There are two totally different journeys to practicing here. You've got the local route, right? That's for people who want to train from square one right there in Switzerland. And then you have the foreign route, which is for all you qualified hygienists looking to make the move. Let's dig into each one. Let's kick things off with Pathway 1, the local route. This one's for anybody who's planning on getting their entire education and qualification right there in Switzerland. Listen, getting into a Swiss program is no joke. It's competitive and the requirements are really strict. First off, you got to be at least 18 and have a specific kind of high school diploma, like the Swiss Matura. And this is a big one. You have to prove you're fluent at a B2 level in the local language. That means French, German, or Italian. If you clear those hurdles, you're still not done. You'll have to pass a competitive admissions test and even do a short internship just to get your foot in the door. So if you get in, congrats. But get ready for a pretty intense 3-year program. Year 1 is all about the foundations, anatomy, how to use the instruments, all the important infection control stuff. By year 2, you start getting more autonomy, treating different kinds of patients and handling more complex cases. And then year 3 is the big one, a full-on internship where you're completely immersed in a real dental clinic, putting all those skills to the test. Okay, let's talk money. What's this going to cost you? Well, in some places, like Geneva, tuition can actually be free for locals, but you'll still have some real expenses. You should probably budget around 2,500 Swiss francs just for your personal equipment. Oh, and there's a 200 franc application fee on top of that. So after 3 years of really hard work, what do you get? You earn the title Diplomierte Dentalhygienikerin HF. Now that HF part is important. It stands for Höhere Fachschule, which basically means higher professional school. It's a super prestigious federal diploma, and it's your golden ticket to practice anywhere in Switzerland. All right, let's switch gears completely and talk about Pathway 2, the foreign route. This is for all the licensed, experienced hygienists out there who are dreaming of bringing their skills to Switzerland. Okay, so before you even think about filling out a single form, there are 3 absolute must-haves. You need a valid diploma, of course. You need at least 1 full year of actual work experience. And yep, you guessed it, that B2 language proficiency is absolutely essential for safe patient care. I know the official process can look a little daunting, but let's break it down into 3 main steps. First, the Swiss Red Cross has to officially recognize your diploma. Second, you have to get a practice authorization from the specific canton, that's kind of like a state or region, where you want to work. And finally, and this is a biggie, you need a job offer because it's your employer who actually applies for your work permit. And just to manage expectations, here's a little reality check straight from the Swiss Dental Hygienist Association itself. Be prepared to wait. The whole process, from day 1 to getting that permit in your hand, can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months. So yeah, patience is definitely a must-have skill for this journey. So let's say you did it. You got through the training or you navigated the whole recognition process. Amazing. But what's it really like to work as a dental hygienist in Switzerland, day to day? I want you to keep one number in your head because it really shapes the entire job market. That number is 120. That's roughly how many brand new hygienists graduate from Swiss schools every single year. So you've got this constant, steady flow of local talent. And because of that number, those 120 new graduates every year, we get this pretty blunt warning directly from the Swiss Dental Hygienist Association. With such a healthy supply of local grads, the job market for foreign-trained hygienists has gotten a lot tougher and opportunities can be limited. It's just something you absolutely have to know going in. All right, let's talk about salary. On average, a Swiss hygienist makes around 6,800 francs a month. But if you're a foreign professional, there's a really important rule. For your first year, you're put on a fixed salary scale. It doesn't matter how much experience you had before. Your starting monthly pay will be somewhere between about 4,700 and 5,200 francs. So what about the work-life balance and the practical stuff? Well, a typical work week is about 42 hours, and you get a minimum of 4 weeks vacation by law, which is nice. A couple of key things if you're new. Medical insurance is mandatory for everyone living there, so you'll have to get that sorted. And on a super helpful note, a lot of employers will actually help you find a place to live, which can be a huge weight off your shoulders. We've gone through both pathways. We've looked at the reality on the ground. Now it's time to pull it all together and ask the big question. Is this journey actually right for you? Let's just put the biggest challenges for each path right next to each other so it's super clear. For the local route, you're looking at a huge 3-year full-time commitment for a very small number of spots. We're talking only about 40 a year in the French-speaking region, for example. For the foreign route, the challenge is a 1-2 punch, braiding into that competitive job market and dealing with that long 3 to 6 month wait for your work permit. So there you have it. The professional respect is high, the standards are exacting, in the path, while challenging, is clearly laid out. The final question is the most important one. Is it your path to take?